In the world of pro wrestling, there are so many things that change, especially with gimmicks and characters. Some wrestlers get their gimmicks changed and it does wonders for them, like how Glenn Jacobs changed from Isaac Yankem DDS to the Nefarious Kane. But there are some changes that harm wrestlers' careers, like Terry Taylor becoming the Red Rooster. And what was meant to be a change that could have killed Cody Rhodes' career was one that he used to his advantage to be one of wrestling's hottest commodities right now. Cody, as we all know, is the grandson of a plumber and was raised by the legend Dusty Rhodes. Of course, wrestling was in his house and in his blood, so Cody started training to wrestle at the age of 12. And quickly became part of OVW in 2006, which was WWE's developmental program at the time before NXT. And fun fact, Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears were in a tag team while they were both in OVW and were even tag team champions. Eventually, Cody made his way to WWE and had nothing but potential, and him being the son of Dusty Rhodes naturally opened doors for him. In his time in WWE, Cody had nothing but potential as he soon found himself being aligned with Randy Orton. He would end up bringing back the original IC Championship, but other than that, he never really made that much of an impact as he was seen as nothing more than a mid-card or lower mid-card guy. The next part of Cody's career would be his last in WWE, as he was given the Stardust gimmick that was based off the carny cartoon villains of the past, and which, as we all know, the Stardust gimmick was fucking awful. And Cody, he tried to make it work because he loves the sport of pro wrestling that much, but despite his love of pro wrestling, he decided that he was going to leave WWE and leave a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract when he asked for his release, and decided that he was going to go all in on himself. This came after months and months of him asking creative to end the Stardust gimmick, him pitching ideas only to be ignored or dismissed, as well as his constant losing on the main roster as well as being humiliated. In 2016, he would hit the independent scene and things would change forever, as Cody would start to wrestle all over the place, going to places like Ring of Honor, Impact, Defiant Wrestling, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it was during this time that we got to see a new side to Cody. Gone was the face paint and the colorful antics, and in its place was a person who was a suit wearing, cigar smoking, elitist heel. Cody had momentum on his side as he continued to wrestle the independent scene, repairing the damage that WWE had done. On December 10th, 2016, a video package appeared saying that the newest member of Bullet Club had been found and would be called the American Nightmare. And it was revealed that Cody was the newest member of Bullet Club, which honestly surprised a lot of people, but it was the right move to get Cody to be taken seriously, to be a part of one of wrestling's greatest factions at the time. Cody would spend a majority of 2016 and 2017 working the independents and showing us just how good he really was this whole entire time. But Cody would top it off by beating Christopher Daniels at Best in the World 2017 by becoming ROH World Champion, effectively giving WWE and all the people who doubted him a big FU. Here's another fun fact. I met Cody and he's the nicest wrestler I've ever met. Cody was riding high at this moment, but it was time to go even bigger. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, a fan asked Big Daddy Davey Meltzer if ROH could sell out a 10,000-seat arena, and Meltzer said that that wouldn't be happening anytime soon, to which Cody responded, "I'll take that bet, Dave." But no one ever thought that Cody, along with the Young Bucks, would do just that and sell out a 10,000-seat arena in just under 30 minutes. This is a far cry from the person who once looked like this. The show would prove to be an unmitigated success all around, with the Young Bucks and Ibushi having a great match, Kenny Omega tearing the house down with Pentagon M, Hangman Page and Joey Janela killing each other, and Cody defeating Nick Aldis to become the NWA Heavyweight Champion, an act that would elevate the once dead title. This was a moment that was years in the making. Cody capturing the same title that his father had once held was a moment in pro wrestling history. A few months after the show, Cody and the rest of the Elite worked around the independent scene, but slowly rumors started to spread that the Elite would be forming their own wrestling company. And it was all speculation until January 1st, 2019. When Cody, the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega announced All Elite Wrestling. Not too long after that announcement, they promoted their first show called Double or Nothing, which once again immediately sold out. Not too long after, the matches were slowly being announced. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. And after everyone had their opponent, Cody's opponent was still a mystery, until it was revealed that Cody would be taking on his brother, Dustin Rhodes. The announcement came as a complete shock to many, but boy, was it a match that was set to be interesting, especially with the family dynamic that they were playing up. And what followed was an amazing match at Double or Nothing. The two had the best match of the night and an incredibly touching moment at the end of the match, even if the Young Bucks have been making fun of it constantly. The match between Dustin and Cody garnered AEW's first ever 5-star match from Big Daddy Davey Meltzer. So that's a huge accomplishment for AEW's first ever show. AEW had another success with Fyter Fest, and guess what? Oh yeah, they also sold out All Out, the sequel to All In. It's funny, I remember Triple H when he called AEW a pissant company. Well, this pissant company managed to sell out its first 2 pay-per-view shows, while WWE struggled to get people to buy tickets for Stomping Grounds. I mean, say what you want about AEW, but at least they didn't have to block off half of their arena due to low ticket sales. When you look at gimmicks that effectively killed a career, you automatically think of the Red Rooster, Duke the Dumpster Drozy, and spiky-haired Sheamus when he returned to WWE. Cody could very well have been another one of those names, but instead of letting that happen, Cody left a multi-million-dollar deal and bet on himself to be taken seriously. And this was admittedly a big risk, but it's a risk that's paid off tremendously, as Cody is one of the most popular and powerful men in pro wrestling today, showing that anyone can have a success story like Cody and be just like him, which makes him much more relatable as well as likable. But this has been Cody's story. This is the story of how Cody Rhodes went from undesirable to undeniable.